Alright guys, Auto Scotty here, and today is the day that we put the manifolds back on the RV. I've got my hardware here to mount the manifolds back on. We've got some high temperature RTV silicone. We've got new gaskets. I plan on just putting some of this around the gasket just because the surface of the manifold and the engine heads, they're not exactly flat. There's been a lot of rust over the years, so I'm not pretending that those surfaces are perfectly flat. I think this stuff will help fill in any of those little voids. We'll have a look at the surface, what the surface actually looks like here in a sec, but that's what we're doing today. I'm hoping we can, this might be a little ambitious, but I'm hoping we can get both these manifolds on today. So let's get down to it. There we go. Not perfect, but it'll do for now. Alright, I'm going to see if I can use this spray tacker here. Been a long time since I've used this. This is way back to my engine building days. This is just so I can place the gasket accurately. So back in the day, I actually used to build engines. I used to use this to just tack up the surface so that you can place the gasket properly and it'll stick to the surface. It's Permatex high tack spray a gasket sealant, and part number 99MA. So helps with placing the gasket accurately and installation, and I'm sure it also aids in the sealing process too. But we're actually going to go even further with that, and I'm going to put some high temperature RTV sealant on the gasket as well. Let's go have a look at the engine head, and we'll see why I want to do that. Okay, let's have a look at maybe why I'm thinking to use the RTV sealant as well as the gasket. I think that one of the main exhaust leaks was coming from the passenger side, the rear passenger side right here. A closer look at that spot here, and you know, this is an old engine, and you know, especially that spot right on the corner here has experienced some rust, kind of eaten away a little bit. So that's why I'm thinking go with the RTV sealant as well as the gasket. So for little dips and stuff like in the side of the head here where the casting isn't perfect anymore due to like rust and stuff, it's gonna kind of seal all those areas up. And there are a few. There's another one right there. So it was leaking pretty badly. Well, you could see where the exhaust leak was. It was blowing by right here, and in fact I think the gasket actually just deteriorated in this area. But right here is another bad area where the manifold, or sorry, where the head surface is not flat anymore. So that's kind of a problem. I'm gonna hope that the gasket and the RTV together, when they're squished down, is enough to seal that up. Only one way to find out, so let's get at her. Only other thing I'll add to that is that is not gasket material. I know it looks like it. I've chipped away at this with a hammer and a gasket scraper. That's the best I could get it. So that's what we're working with. So anyways, let's get these things on. let's get this bad boy on. Should have got these prepared before. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. And here's 6. Damn it. Fuck, what's going on here? Oh shit. Okay guys, here's what we got. I hope that worked. It looks okay. I think I should put maybe some more sealer on the gasket, but it looks decent. But I'm gonna let this, I didn't torque all the bolts down totally because I'm gonna wait an hour for the RTV stuff to set up, and then I'm gonna cinch it down a little bit more just so it gets a good seal. Okay, so fingers crossed this works out. Okay, it's pretty late here, and just finished the other side. This side definitely did not go as smoothly as the other side. I got that RTV stuff all over me right now. But yeah, it was just a bit more tricky on this side because, of course, we've got the transmission shift linkage here, kind of obstructs the side of the engine. Plus, there's a bracket here that probably won't ever get used again, and a few other things around. So yeah. Yeah, there's definitely less room on the driver's side, but we got her in. Just gotta hook up the exhaust. I'm happy. This side I'm sure will seal up nice. We're gonna call it a day. Pretty dirty. Okay, folks, that wraps it up for another episode of You Auto Scotty. Keep tagging along if you're into this ride. Here's some other interesting aspects. We're going to clean up this the air cleaner. There's some kind of interesting things that I'd like to go over in a video, namely the emissions schematic here. This is quite interesting. So I'm going to do some videos on this emissions schematic, the different parts of the emission system. In the 90s, there was all kinds of this sort of superfluous emission stuff all over the vehicle, and you know, of course, that's the whole purpose of this video series, because a lot of that stuff just ends up leaking and not working very well. So anyways, we'll do a video on that and kind of get to the bottom of what all this stuff is, what it does, and if you need it or not, or if it can be removed. So that should be a fairly interesting video series. But other than that, thanks for joining us here. We'll see you on the next episode of You Auto Scotty. Bye for now.